So you find me on the M4 Motorway, travelling from Slough back to Swindon. Oh, hello car, undertaking. Oh wow, well done. You were on a slip road to get off. I'm doing 70 miles an hour, by the way, folks. So just show my speed. And there we go. So I'm stuck at 70. Let's see what else is going on the road. So I thought what would be really interesting is to look at how other people drive on the motorway. Oh look, there he goes again. He obviously thinks he's sticking to the laws by lane discipline, which, to be fair, in a way he was, apart from he was in a slip road when he undertook me. And now he's in the middle lane. See if he moves back. Oh, there he goes, he did. There we go, Mr. Mercedes overtaking. Looks alright. So what I thought we'd do is have a look and see how people drive. Will lane discipline and speed be an issue? I get it. Everyone goes a bit over 70 now and again, don't they? Look at the car in front of me. Should he be in my lane or in the lane he's in? I'd argue he should be in my lane. But he's not, is he? And now I should be in this lane. Like that. So why is that guy in front, I'm doing 70 still, in that lane? It's lane discipline. That's what's wrong with our roads. And if you can, I don't know if it will show up on the camera, but further up the road, how many people are in my lane? Oh, that's right. Oh, I can see one car. Everyone else in a different lane. Not because they're overtaking said car, of course. No, they're all doing the same speed. No, but because no one's got lane discipline and the police don't enforce it. Now, I've had on Twitter a lot of times that people go, oh yeah, it is enforced, yeah, we pulled a couple of cars over for it. A couple of cars, yeah, great. It's not enforced at all. In fact, our roads aren't enforced, our laws aren't enforced on the road at all now. If you look at roundabouts, the state of our roads, the way people don't indicate, the way that everybody's angry. Look in front at the minute at the lane discipline, still doing 70 by the way. I'm actually catching up the one in the right hand lane, in lane 2. And I'm doing 70. So what should I do? Should I undertake him or go round him as the law states and then go back in? He won't change his mind if I do, he'll still stay in that lane. And in fact I can count 1, 2, 3, 4 cars all in lane 2 that should be in lane 1. There's a car broken down on the left in the lay-by. Speed camera here, I'm still doing 70 by the way. And still everyone's in lane 2. And I thought this would be really interesting for a length of time. So we are, let's see, 47 on the mileage. Let's see where we are in a bit, shall we? Oh, I thought he was going to move back over, but no. I've actually dropped down to 60. I'm catching them up so much. Let's go back up to 70. Right, so do you want to see something interesting now? Look, there I go, I've been overtaken. We'll overtake this car. So we've got lane 2, lane 3, there's absolutely nothing behind me at the moment. And that guy's moved over. Let's see which lane he goes into. What do you reckon? Stay in lane 2 or go lane 1? No. Now we'll go lane, oh he has, he's gone lane 1. I've gone lane 1, and the car that we've just overtaken, guess where he is, everybody? Guess where he is? There you go, look in the mirror. Yep, still in lane 2. even though the car in front of me and me drove round him, went into lane 1. Still there. Here comes the car overtaking me now in lane 3. Nothing in lane 2. And of course, when did you last see a police car on the road? Which is why everyone does this. And this is an example of why our motorways and all our roads are now fucked. Because no one gives a shit. No one drives to the laws, no one uses indicators, and when they do get angry, they just shout and scream about it at each other. Which is why driving isn't as pleasurable as it used to be. Now you see, the law states you should drive on the left unless overtaking. So, okay, right in front, you look at the sign, this lane is a turning off lane for Reading and Bracknell, right? So we'll move into the other lane, like so. That's fine. And then we have actually got a van and a lorry, by the looks of it, in this lane. Getting quieter up in front. Oh, by the way, I'm still doing 70. Bang on 70. I haven't changed from 70. What speed's everyone else done that's just gone on? I know it's late, the roads are quiet, so... Oh, it's Mr. Arcado. The van that overtook Mr. Ricardo stayed out, he didn't move back in. He might be giving the lorry some distance. I've given him enough distance, I'm now pulling back in. And the reason you give a lorry a bit more distance, if you look in the mirror again, is so that if you did suddenly do an emergency stop, they don't go up the back of you. But he's got enough braking distance there. So the van in front of me, why is he in lane 2? Why is he not in lane 1? Anybody? I think you get the gist. I hate driving on motorways now, just purely because no one drives as they should. And in some ways, I could drive at 80, 90, 100, 120 even at the minute. Would it matter? Probably not, because there's no police here. There's no enforcement of any laws. In fact, this week, even locally, on a well-known racing road, I watched 2 police motorcyclists just ignore a car going the opposite direction when there's no other traffic about. Just ignore it, even though it was double the speed limit, and by a school. They don't care, they're not interested. Look at this one going past, X11OAN. Great. I'm doing 70, what are you doing? 90? Probably 90. And they're still in the wrong lane, and I'm moving over to the left. Look, they're in lane 3 and 4 now in front. You know, you didn't even go off the camera on him, did it? And I'm doing 70. Wow. So there you go. That, as you can see, is what it's like driving on the M4 from Slough to sort of Swindon area. And look at lane 3. Look at lane 3 at the minute, with the van, car, nothing in lane 1, nothing in lane 2. It's all toddling along in lane 3. Why do people do it? It's like lane 2 and lane 3 must have some magnetic force that pulls every car there, maybe. Oh look, I can actually see 2 cars up in front in lane 1. Wow, I almost feel like stopping them. Now there's a car coming up really fast behind me in the mirror. Now I'm doing 70, okay? And he's flying up behind me. and he's even got a light out. And which lane's he in? Guess what lanes he's in? He's either in 3 or 4. And he's not overtaking anything. Well, by the one car I've just overtaken. Here he comes. I'm doing exactly 70. Here he comes with his one dipped beam light and one side light. In a little Fiesta in lane 4. Let's see if he stands on the brakes with the speed camera right here. No, he's not seen it. Is that going to go off on him? No. Dear, oh dear. Shame. So he must be doing about 77, I suppose. Anyway, there's a bit of driving on the M4 motorway and how shit people drive. Thanks for watching. Cheerio!